in your honest opinion, I'm dying to this. If I had to ask you one question, probably would be this. Well, actually, a few other ones that I'm dying to ask you, but this one is in America in the 50s, 60s, 70s. If you know the local mafiosi, you were protected. They took care of the neighborhood. They were called Goodfellas. I don't know if you ever heard that term, Goodfellas,
Yes.
right?
Well, yes.
Did the Calabrians start out honorable and then got into a dishonorable business, or has it always been Buggiaro the way? Like, give me your. I'm dying to hear this answer.
No,
Yeah.
I think that, as you said, Sicilian mafiosi, Calabrian mafiosi
Yeah.
represent themselves as men of honor who
Yes.
solve the problems without resorting to state-established law. And
Yes.
that is the idea of the cavalleria rusticana, the rustic
Yes.
chivalry. But I think it's a different kind of honor.
Yeah.
It's a self-service notion of honor
Yeah.
that help them to remove any sense of guilty, to transform them from murderer to people that provide
The
a
protector. Yeah.
relative sense of justice. Yes, and
Yeah.
that's is what they like to represent themselves. Because if we go back in history, the mafia, the Sicilian mafia, have not arisen from the struggle between poor and rich. They were never on the side of the poor against the rich, or the
Yeah.
weak against the strong. They were
Yeah.
always, actually, if we want to use one word to synthesize, summarize the origin of the Sicilian mafia, we can say that the Sicilian mafia is the product of the ruling classes of the city.
Yes. That's right.
They need the
Yep.
vigilantes. They need
Yep.
the people to
Mhm.
protect the landowners.
Yep.
And that's how the mafia
And they
started.
became the landowners themselves.
Exactly. They became a landowner themselves. And that's the history. But as you know, any social group need a foundation myth,
A story.
a story to legitimize themselves.
Yeah.
I think in this sense, the Yakuza, the Triads, the Vorivizacogna, the Ndrangheta, the Camorra, the Sicilian Mafia, Cosa Nostra, they all have a foundation myth.
Yes.
It's our ability to distinguish fact from myth and deconstruct the origin of the mafiosi as men of honors. How many times we heard, we never killed a woman, we never killed children. The history of the Sicilian mafia, the Calabrian mafia, is full of murders of women and children.
Yeah.
So one part, it's what they use to present themselves.
Because
Another
their
part,
marketing PR department. Yeah.
exactly.
See, it's a business. So, okay. So now we're going to get into another area that I'm semi-obsessed with is they now expand internationally, right? Now I have, it's interesting. So when you meet somebody, if somebody says, oh, I have a cousin in Australia, I have a cousin in Argentina, I automatically say you're Calabrian. And I'm right 90% of the time. So they follow the immigration, right? So they go to Australia, which we'll get to, Argentina, Venezuela, and so forth, Canada. But I kind of want to take a little respite on the Ndrangheta, and I want to get to who are the Curana Contrera. I got to read your book. I when I read the 30 of your books, I don't know, you follow them. Talk about ghosts and a local car wash owner in Canada, small Italian businessman. Walk us through, walk us through who they are and why they're important to this whole transnational drug operation.
The Contrera Caruana were two families from Siculiana in Agrigento
Yep.
province. And in some way, they follow the pattern of the Calabrian mafia.
Yes.
They start to marry among themselves, and
Yep.
they create this great family concept that made them very strong and able to spread all over the place. They left Sicily, they moved in Brazil, then in Venezuela, then in the United States, then in England, then in Switzerland, then in Canada. So they were all over the place.
Yeah.
And they were able to secure huge shipment of cocaine thanks to the contact that they had in Latin America. They had a well-established business in Venezuela at the border with many other countries. And so they were able to arrange a huge shipment for everyone. At one point in Margarita Island, they were the first one to arrange a meeting with the brokers from the Camorra, broker from
Oh, wow.
Ndrangheta, and they create this